Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a new Cardfight Vanguard video for you guys today. And as you guys see, we're over here on Cardfight Connect. Today, we're taking another look at Estacion. As Estacion got some new support announced, they didn't need much because the deck already comes out of the box pretty powerful. But now they got some new early game options that also leak into the mid game and the late game. So we're gonna talk about the new support and then we're gonna go jump into some gameplay. So if you guys enjoy the content, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's jump in and let's talk about the deck. So, Estacion. We don't really have to change much about it. I'll run through it super fast for those of you that aren't familiar with the deck. But if you guys are, you can skip ahead, go straight to the gameplay. So real quick, we have our ride line. So Estacion's all about this blast token. Also, Cardfight Connect. I did a whole video covering the features of Cardfight Connect. So if you guys haven't seen that, I'll link it in the description down below. But Estacion's ride line. Grade 1, when you ride the grade 2, Soul Blast 1 and grab you your blast token. This deck lives and dies with the blast token. Normally the blast token's unaffected by everything, but anything that lets your opponent attack it is kind of where this deck has a problem, like Vermilion, for example. Grade 2 grabs you the order. When you ride it, grade 3 kind of functions on its own. Once per turn, if you have a blast token, when you would make a plant token with this effect, it automatically goes into the blast gauge. Cost counter blast 1, you make a plant token, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose a card from among them, put it to your hand. If you have 6 or more plant gauges, look at the top 5. It's super easy to get 6 now. When it attacks, you can get rid of 2 plant gauges, search your deck for up or drop for up to 1 blast card, call to rearguard, search your deck. If you search your deck, shuffle your deck. It's deck or drop. And the blast units are basically all of the support units for Estacion. Even the new grade 2 and grade 1 are blast units. So, as our deck build, we have Alvina on place from hand specifically. Energy Blast 3, grab a grade 1 Allure from the drop. It gets 2,000 power if you have 4 more units. We're still playing Burrow Mushroom, still a really good early game card and a great way to get more plant tokens for our blast gauge. Cost, put it to soul, get 2 plant tokens. Because the Granthia part of it doesn't really matter, just the plant tokens. Alright, so let's talk about one of the new units, the new grade 1. For a Duel of Spring's Joy, grade 1, 8k, 5k shield, 1 critical, normal unit, has boost, Stoatia, Forest Dragon, it's also a blast unit. Auto, when this unit is discarded from hand during your ride phase, if you have a Vanguard with Estacion in its card name, call up to 1 plant token to rearguard. If you discard it for ride, make a plant token. Act, drop, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Estacion in its card name, cost, bind this card, call up to 2 plant tokens to the rearguard. You cannot bind cards with the same name as this card until end of turn. They did that so you can't just abuse it all over and over again. Auto drop, when your Vanguard with Estacion in its card name is attacked, cost, bind this card, and your Vanguard gets 10,000 power till end of battle. You cannot bind cards with the same name as this card until end of turn. So it has an offensive skill to get you more plant tokens, and it has a defensive skill to give your Vanguard 10,000 when it is attacked. This thing is fire. And if you guys are paying attention, all 3 of its effects are free. There's no cost whatsoever. Also, let me run through the blast token real quick before I forget. So this is the main function of the deck. Cannot be moved to other rearguard circles. And if you have a Vanguard with Estacion, it gets all of the following. Cannot be affected by your opponent's cards. Act rearguard circle once per turn. Cost, put 2 or more up to 3 other rearguards face up as this unit's plant gauge, and you draw a card. You get to pick. Continuous rearguard circle. During your turn, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, all your throwing units get 5,000 for every 3 gauges that this unit has. Harvest Elf, still a great early game card, gets us a plant token, gets us draw power, pumps itself up. On place from hand, Soul Blast 1, make a plant token, and if it's in the back row, if your opponents have a grade 3 or greater, this unit gets 5,000 power, and then it also has the skill, at the end of the battle, this unit boosted, cost, retire 2 rearguards in the same column as this unit and draw a card. The second effect, the last effect, I'm sorry, the draw does not care if your opponent's at grade 3. We're still playing 3 copies of Daybreak Autumn. This is how we get 5 attacks. The only reason we're not maxing out at 4 is because we can also grab this from the drop. So unless this gets bound, it's fine. Its effects are auto drop when your plant gauge is put during your main phase. If you have a Vanguard with Estacion in its card name, counter blast 1, call this to rearguard. We almost never use that. But its second effect, when this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Estacion in its card name, call up to 1 plant token. I like this effect because it also doesn't care about what grade you are, but we can do that during the battle phase with Estacion's effect to get 5 attacks. They end up being smaller attacks because of the plant gauge, only having 5k, but still pretty good. We're playing 1 copy of our Ace unit. It's just a really good card. On place, it gets 5k. Energy Blast 3, look at top 7, choose any card, put into the drop, and then you can choose a card with a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from your drop and call it to rearguard. Oh, and then when this unit attacks, if it's at grade 3, this unit gets 5,000 power. If your drop has 10 or more cards, on the 5,000 power. All right, here's the other new unit, Summer's Expanse. This one's not as good as the grade 1, but still pretty all right. Auto Rearguard Circle, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Estacion on its card name, this unit gets 5,000 power till the end of that battle. And at the end of that battle, retire this unit and draw a card. This card is basically their version of Boulder Axe Dragon. The 5,000 power, retire and draw is mandatory. Cool thing is, it does have a little bit of a glitch with Harvest Elf, where if you have Harvest Elf boost it, Harvest Elf will retire the column as the cost to draw the card. This thing's skill is mandatory, and it's not a cost to retire. So you'll retire the column for Harvest Elf, and you'll still get to draw the card after this. So you'll just goes over to end up drawing 2 cards. Second effect is when this unit is put into the Guardian Circle, if you have a blast token, choose up to one of your opponent's rear guards, and that unit's original power becomes 5,000 till end of turn. This is obviously great for multi-attacking rear guards, and it also works with guarding from hand or intercepting. We have our Persona Rides. We're still playing 2 copies of Absolute Winter just for the crit pressure. If it's placed on rear guard by a card's ability, if you have 5 or more playing gauge until the end of your opponent's next turn, cannot be chosen by opponent's card effects, gets +1 critical. It also has a defensive skill on rear guard and in hand. At the beginning of the guard step of the battle that your unit with Estacion and its card name is attacked, cost, put this card into the drop, choose a unit being attacked, and it gets 10,000 power until end of that battle. And then for those that you don't know, Vital Blaze Blast is our main order. We're going to play this pretty much every turn. Cost, Soul Blast 1. If you have a Vanguard with Estacion on its card name, put this card face up as your blast token plant gauge. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard. Call it to rear guard. Shuffle the deck. If you did not call a card, you get to call up to 1 plant token. I always forget about that last part with the plant token. But basically, this goes to ends up giving you an extra blast. An extra gauge for your blast. The reason that's a big deal is because of the second effect. When this card is placed is a plant gauge and is discarded during your turn, choose up to 1 of your blast units and it gets 5,000 power till end of turn. So ideally you want this underneath your blast token. You want to use Estacion to get rid of 2 gauges. You want to use this after you call the new unit to give it +5k. We're playing Fire Regalis because it lets us check top 5 and call a dude, and it doesn't count as our order per turn because it just binds from either hand or drop. So it doesn't clash with Vital Blaze Blast. We have our PGs, Elementary Sanctitude, because we have a grade 3 deck. 8 crit, 3 front. The deck has a crazy plus engine, heals, and of course our OT. This down here, for those of you that don't know about Cardfight Connect, this is our toolbox. This is something a menu will pull up mid-fight to be able to get our blast token and our plant gauges. So this is the deck. Sorry if I was stuttering trying to run through that as fast as I could, but let's go see if we can find a game. All right, guys, it's our first game on the new simulator. All right, I lost the dice roll, so I'm going second. Hi. All right, let's see what we got here. We're gonna send this back to deck. I gotta hit that. I forgot. You gotta right click the bottom deck. Let's take the other 3. All right. And then shuffle. All right, he's up first. And then now you guys can see the chat box. You guys couldn't see the chat box. You really don't have to do that. You guys couldn't see the chat box on my last video because I was doing the 1 player mode, but now you can see what's going on. So he's riding grade 1. Why do you draw? All right, so ride, we'll discard for ride, boop, drag over our grade 1, we get to draw a card. We'll go to main phase. We'll start off by calling a Harvest Elf. Harvest Elf effects. We will Soul Blast 1, boop, and we'll get our plant token. This is where we get our toolbox. I'm using the mouse wheel, but you can also click over here on the left. And then we'll go battle phase. We're gonna swing with 10k. All right, he takes 1 damage, and then we're gonna go skill, retire, retire to draw, and then we're gonna go swing. He's guarding for 1 to pass, and nothing. All right, cool. I wish I'd gotten a trigger because we would have pushed through. All right, and then he's using that skill to draw for an Angel Blast 3, calling a plant token, calling 2 plant tokens, right? It's retire 1, call 2, if I recall correctly. And then what does this thing do? When this unit is placed on rear guard, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 glare from among them, reveal it, put it into your hand. All right, not bad. So let me know how you guys are feeling about the new simulator. So far, it seems all right. That's a good card. I haven't played against Roa in a while, so I gotta kind of remember what does what. Okay. We'll take this. No trigger. So we take 1 damage, and now we get 10k. Power plus 10k. So he ended his turn. Minus 10k. All right, what are we gonna discard here? I guess we could discard the new grade 1. And then the new grade 1 skill is going to get us... So if you hit the right click on it, it'll hold the picture in place. Because if you slide over, discard the scarf. Okay, so I get to get a plant token. Okay, so we're going to go plant token here. And then grade 1 skill is a Soul Blast to get our blast token. And then this gets us a Vital Blaze Blast. So search. So there we go. So what was I saying? So if you see how when I'm going over different cards, it immediately changes the picture and what card text is up. It's kind of annoying to try and like, okay, I want to look at Harvest Elf, now I have to slide over. Oh, look, I slid over another card, so now it's gone. If you right click on the card, it'll actually hold it in place for you. So now we'll go main phase. All right, so I Soul Blasted a little too much. My bad. All right, so we can't play our order right now because I Soul Blasted a little too much. So instead, we'll do Fire Regalis. So we'll look at top 5. Ooh, perfect. So we're gonna remove this from the game. We're gonna call Maiden. Shuffle. Now Maiden's effect's gonna go off. We're gonna Energy Blast 3. She's gonna gain 5k. And we're gonna look at top 7. View top 7. Let's put another copy of the grade 1 into the drop. And then shuffle, and then we can add anything from the drop to our hand. We'll add Harvest Elf to our hand. All right, we're gonna move this up, and we're gonna call 2 copies of Harvest Elf because we're gonna draw a bunch of cards. Now we're gonna go battle phase. All right, so let's go 10k to the Vanguard. All right, and then we're gonna go skill. Oh, I forgot to add to the blast. That's my fault. Oh well. I actually just like nerfed the shit out of myself just now. I should have added a bunch of rear guards to the blast first. All right, drive check. Nothing. All right, and then 20k to Vanguard. It's okay, I have a lot of superior calling I could do next turn. I definitely overused my soul, that's my fault. Alright, you got a heal trigger this time, unfortunate. Alright, and then we're going to pop these 2 off and draw again. Okay, cool. Plenty of draw. I definitely just nerfed my own blast though. It's my fault. Oh, right. I forgot. So it has when you're going through the phases, it has an end phase, and then you have to actually click it again to go to your opponent's ride phase. So, whoops. Now we have a lot of advantage on them. Oh god. Alright, what is he doing, Aurora? So he's playing the order. I believe the order grabs a kind of bless one and retire a rear guard. And yeah, it grabs Redlina. Radilina? I'm gonna butcher that name forever. Now, if I recall, this lets him get the token. This is the grade 2, right? Let me double check what it does. I can't click on my opponent's cards. That's great. This unit attack Soul Blast 1, choose one of your tokens, and this unit in the same column as this unit gets the power of the token. Okay, and then the token comes out from the back row, if I recall correctly. Now, we have a lot to do next turn. A lot. Because we're going to go mushrooms to get 2. We're going to use the grade 1 in our drop to get another 2. Now, does the defensive skill require me to have a grade 3? When this unit, when your Vanguard with Estacion its card name is attacked. No, it doesn't. That's awesome. That's cool. Oh, we're also going to discard one of the grade 1s to get another plant token. So we're going to make the 3 plant tokens right at the beginning, put them all into our blast gauge, so we can at least get the 5k power boost. We should have a 10k power boost, but I'm stupid and forgot to load up the blast gauge. So this turn is not going to be nearly as strong as it could have been. So that's my fault. I should have chilled on the Harvest Elf. That's my fault. That Harvest Elf I used first turn was me getting greedy. What happened to his grade 2? He killed it. All right, I'm just gonna take this. He gets a critical trigger. He's giving the critical to Vanguard. You can see it right here. See how it has the 2 stars now? And power over here. All right, so we'll get 1 trigger. And 2. No triggers. Unfortunate. We'll guard this. And this is going to be 35. That's annoying. Do I want to go to 4? Not really, but I will. Ugh. All right. That sucked. All right, let's see what we can do here. So let's start off by discarding the grade 1. We're going to ride grade 3. Grade 1 skill is going to get us a plant token. Now we're going to go to main phase. We're going to call a mushrooms. Mushrooms effect is going to go to soul. We're going to get 2 more plants. Now I'm going to use the blast. Put these all in. So we're going to draw a card. Then we're going to play our order, which requires us a Soul Blast 1. I'm going to look at top 5. I can call this with a critical right now. No, because I have to have 5 gauge. I only have 4. Shit. Alright, so we'll call Daybreak. And we'll shuffle, and then this goes into our gauge. And then this guy still gets us a plant. Let's go here. Yeah, it's fine. Now we'll do Estacion skill, which is a counterblast 1. It's gonna make a plant gauge. It's gonna go straight into our gauge, and now we should have 5 gauges. Yep, so we get to look at top 5. And add 1 to hand. Let's add the grade 2 to, no, let's add the grade 3 to hand. Whoa. Shuffle. Now we're gonna go call and call. Alright. Now we're gonna go to battle phase. So this is gonna have power plus 5k because our opponent is at grade 3. This is gonna have power plus 5k because we're at grade 3. And then front row is gonna have plus 5k because we have 5 in our gauge. All right, so we're gonna go, I think we don't go 5 attacks here. I think we go with crit. So let's go 20k here. Swing a Vanguard. Okay. Oh, he's gonna take it. Okay. We're gonna go swing, skill. We're gonna remove 2. So get rid of 2. And we're gonna call Dragon here. Shuffle because of the order. This is gonna get 5k. It's gonna get 10k. I only have 3 now, so it doesn't get a crit. Man, I should have went with the 5 attacks. Oh well. My mistake. This has power plus 5 on it. Okay, cool. He's perfect guarding. That's cool. Alright, first check. Nothing. Second check. Nothing. Damn it, where's the trigger? Alright, we're gonna go swing at the token. Alright, and then we're gonna swing at the other token and give them no counter blasts. Alright, then we're gonna retire both of these. To draw 2 cards. Alright, we're done. Alright, he's got 5 cards to just come at me with. So he's getting to draw another card. For what? Energy Blast 3, and then he gets to call 2 plant tokens. Alrighty. Alright, so that this pumps up all the plant tokens, right. They all get 5k, and then when this card is attacked, then his grade 3 pumps up the plant tokens too. When this unit attacks, retire this unit and all your vanguards gets power plus 5,000 and power plus 5,000. Once Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, all of your tokens get auto rigor when your vanguards attack, retire this unit, and all of your vanguards get 5,000 power, and they get 5,000 power. Okay. And then this calls out the grade 2 getting extra attacks. Ew. Alright. But can he do it? Does he need anything for the extra attacks? I don't think he needs anything for the grade 3. I think the grade 3 just retires itself. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I played this, but this goes to the bottom of the deck because I don't have 5. I didn't have 5 tokens when I called it. I shouldn't have called that. It's alright. $21. Alright, so let's go 33. That's 2 to pass. Gotta start using these cards that we have in hand. Alright, cool. No triggers. We like that. 15. Alvina. Is that 35? Much as I don't want to do this, I'm gonna have to PG it. Alright, my turn, yay. Persona Ride. And now my front row is gonna get 10k. There's a front row power over here, bang, and that actually lasts on the whole turn. Main. Alright, we're gonna use the grade 1. Gonna bind it. Which is gonna give me 2 plant tokens. Boom, boom. Then we're gonna go skill. Put all these into the gauge to draw a card. Alright. Then we're gonna go the Vanguard skill. Kind of blast 1. Look at top 5. We'll add this to hand. Shuffle, and then we make another plant token that goes straight to the gauge. And then we'll play our order. Get rid of this. Check top 5. Call another dude. We're gonna call nothing. Put this in, and we'll get a plant token. We had a plant token because we didn't call anything. So now how do I want to do this? All right, so we're gonna call out Vina first. Skill, Energy Blast 3. Call a grade 1 from the drop. We'll call back you. You don't do anything else for us. Just trying to maintain my offense here. Let's slide this back. Let's just call this grade 3. It's not gonna stay on the board anyway. And how many blasts do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so Firmo's gonna gain 10k power. And it's gonna keep the 10k power. So we're gonna go battle phase. We're gonna go, she gets 2k power. Off-road skill. This gets 5k power. Off its skill. We're gonna start off with 30k to Vanguard. Now we can throw some offense out. Okay, so that's 5k on top of the 28. That's 33. You got it. Now we're going to swing Vanguard again with 33. Retiring both tokens. Okay. Now we're gonna go skill. View soul. We're gonna get rid of these. We're gonna search deck. We have no targets in the deck, so we gotta call it from the drop. We're gonna go call skill. Call a plant token. Okay, they're just gonna no guard it. First check, nothing. Second check, nothing. Bro, where are my triggers? They're in there somewhere. All right, then we're gonna go. They're both 35, so I guess it don't matter. All right, and another 35. All right, and then skill, retire, and we draw one. And that is our turn. That was still a pretty good turn. We have Persona Ride for next turn. We have our order. We have mushrooms for soul and for more tokens. We still have grade 1s in the drop. We actually have a defensive grade 1 in the drop. Yeah, we can use one of these for defense. And we still have 2 PGs. So I think we're good. I think we got this game. We just had so much advantage that they were just playing catch up the whole time. Even that turn where we swung at rear guards, they went into their turn with like no chance to get extra attack as far as I could tell. I think they were just, and they didn't even Persona Ride this time. Doesn't the glitter decks like force Persona Ride? Does this one? Bottom deck this. Oh, whoops. All right, hold on. Search. All right, now they got the big token. So I think we're gonna hard guard the rear guard. I'm not the rear guard, the Vanguard, and use the PGs on the rear guard. Yeah, because that's gonna pump up the rear guards even more. We should be fine. We should be fine. We can still take 1 damage. Yep, the grade 2, which is gonna, but they don't get another token because they already have the token. This counts as the token. And now he's gonna make two more plant tokens, which are gonna have 15k on them. Oh wait, he went for the grade 2. I thought the grade 2 calls the grade 3 calls the grade 2 out of hand. Did he just give up an attack doing that? I'm a little confused. If you guys can explain to me better what he's doing. I thought the grade 3 is after it swings, you call the grade 2 from hand, so it gets you an extra attack. I don't know. Alright, these are gaining a bunch of power. That gets its own power off its own skill. Yep, that's Swole. Shouldn't these be bigger? Correct me if I'm wrong. Not that I want him to have more power, but that's what I was talking about. What the? During your turn, if you ever gonna go, oh, it's back row that get powered up. Okay, that's fine. We'll go 28. Hold on. All right, so we can use the thing in the drop. That'll put us up to 23. 23, 38 is 2 to pass. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we're gonna go that. Bind. I can't put it over there. Whatever, I'll put it right there. Gets 10,000 power, and then we'll guard. That's 2 to pass. All right, you got a crit. -10. All right. He's pumping up this, but he's gonna give the, because this is gonna get the power from the token. We'll take this. Damn, dude, where are my triggers? 40k is a lot, but we can guard 43, and then we have a PG for the rear guard. Or is it the grade 3 calls itself from hand to get another attack? We'll get rid of one of the orders because we only need 1 for next turn. Yep, there it is. It retires the column. That's what it was. I remember now. And then it gets the power of the token. Thank God I saved that last PG. Bang. Bang. Good shit. Alright, let's put this man to sleep. Sona Ride. Rowan's going to gain 10k power. We're running low on deck. Alright, so let's go with our new grade 1. I'm going to get 2 plant tokens. Boop. Boop. Skill. I think we're just going to call everything out. Well, we'll see what we get. Boom, we draw a card. Shit. Then we're going to go skill of Estacion. Kind of blast 1. View top 5. Add to hand. We have like nothing but triggers left in our deck. We get a plant token that goes to the gauge. We're going to play our order. Soul Blast 1. Look at top 5. I guess we'll call Alvina. Shuffle. This goes to the gauge. Then I think we just call everything out, right? So this is going to have plus 2k power on it. How do I want to do this? We're going to call you, you, and you. You get plus 5k power from your own skill. Then how many tokens do we have? How many do we have in the blast? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So we're going to get plus 15 to the front row. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. That was supposed to be battle phase, but yeah. All right. And we have 9 cards left in deck, which is perfect. So we're going to go. Let's go. This is right after it attacks, right? Yep. All right. We'll go 40 to Vanguard. Oh, that's GG. Ooh, sorry. Just smacked the mic. But yeah, so as you can see, nice beat stick gets us a draw. End of the turn, we would have, after the battle, this would have died. We would have drew a card. We would have swung with this. And then we would have swung Vanguard. We would have used skill. Used soul, got rid of the blast. And then we would have grabbed dude from our drop. We would have went like this. Especially with our opponent at 5. This is just better than the crit pressure. And then we would have done our drive checks, which we would have finally got triggers. Do we get a double trigger? Yeah, we would have got a double trigger. So boop, would have went probably 10k. Well, they're both 40k, so they're both the same guard right now. So we probably just want to win power plus 10, crit plus 1, and then plus 10k power here. And these would have went to our hand. And then we would have swung 50k and 651. All right, guys, that's it for the video. You guys got to see us show off both the grade 1 and the grade 2. The grade 1 on discard got us the playing tokens we needed in the early game and was able to help us keep on increasing our gauge as we went into later in the game. It's really easy to get 5 gauges a turn with this deck, which is like the sweet spot for us, because every 3 gives us the extra 5k, and then we have to pay 2 for Estacion's effect. So if we can get 5 a turn, we're going to keep that power boost consistent through our turns. And then you got to see the grade 2 and how it can be used as a beat stick and draw us more cards, and how it combos with Harvest Elf. The only thing was my misplays in the early game, because I should have had a much stronger turn 2. We still had a decent turn 2, and we still maintained enough advantage. That game just went a little longer than it should have. But let me know what you guys think of Estacion's new support down in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about Cardfight Connect, and if you guys want to see more content on it. Also, support the creator. We appreciate him. Link to his channel will be down in the description. If you guys want to check me out on social media, those links will be down below. If you guys want to see me play some Cardfight Vanguard live, come by the next Cardfight Vanguard stream. That will be Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would love to have you. Until then, catch you guys in the next video. Later.
In my eyes, I was born for this. I got demons on my side, doing right like this. I got reason to believe I don't need it from my gifts. Only I can change the world and it go like this.